All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they're out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Mild Giardiniera. So they are calling this one a Citra, Dorado and Mosaic hopped American Pale Ale. Comes in at 6% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review. And this can is just under 5 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks. Shout out once again to Hop Butcher for this beer. So big thanks to them. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail video I did that contains all the goodies they hooked me up with. And this is the last of the most recent box. So I have no more Hop Butcher review after this one. And that kind of bums me out. But I'm really excited about this one. Why? This is part of their Giardiniera series. So they have the regular Giardiniera, which is a 7.5% double IPA with the same hops. And then they have their Extra Giardiniera, which is a 10% triple IPA with the same hops. So this is the pale ale version of those two beers. And I preferred regular Giardiniera over the Extra because the Extra was a bit too sweet for me, and the double one was delicious. And I know, you know, they're talking Giardiniera, you know, the pickled vegetables that they put on the Italian beef sandwiches in Chicago. I love Giardiniera. So Mild Giardiniera, I prefer the hot Giardiniera. But anyway, I love just the look to the labels of all of these, you know, all the different vegetables just chilling and whatnot. And in both of those other beers, I definitely did get like a dank herbaceous, almost like garlic onion thing. Maybe it was just because of the name of the beer and the fact that, you know, the artwork and everything, but we'll see if that happens here. I'm just thinking a more like drinkable, easygoing version of their double. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, anyway, give it a pour here. See if I can get the entire thing in. Yep. Beautiful. So put it over here. I just love the color scheme too. Something about the yellow background with the red font. Reminds me of Hulk Hogan's red and yellow back in the day. Anyway, yeah, that is super murky and turbid. Has a deep like orange color, like honey orange color. Yeah, you can't see through that at all. About a finger and maybe a finger and a third of this off-white, really creamy looking head. Looks beautiful. Really does. Let's get a nose. Sweet citrus, sweet tropical fruit, sweet, I would say stone fruit, but more tropical. So I'm getting orange, tangerine, grapefruit, but like candied versions of those. And then tropical, I'm getting pineapple, a little bit of like a kiwi, maybe a touch of like a melon, like a honeydew. And then I'm getting this nice dank herbaceousness. Does it smell like garlic and onions? It does not. I'll just say that right now, but it has like a generic, like dank, kind of herbaceous, almost piney vibe to it too. Like woodsy. Honestly smells like there might be a little bit of hot burn left over at almost 5 weeks old. That's crazy. Very vibrant though. Vibrant, bright smelling for something that's 6%. It's a pale ale. Like the nose on this, if I was doing this blind, I would, without question, think this is a double IPA right from the rip based on the nose. Also a little bit of like a biscuity, almost slight kind of malt character. But man, this just smells awesome. It's making my mouth water too, like as I'm talking. I just want to drink it. So cheers everybody. Thanks again to Hop Butcher. Yeah, this is delicious. Well, I mean, let me just say it's not delicious. It's not like, this is not like, when I say delicious a lot of times, that's like a 4.5, right? Not that delicious. But for a pale ale, this is pretty fucking delicious. But I think this one's like higher side of light, lower side of medium. So it's appropriate for a 6% pale ale, but I'm so used to when I drink their beers, regardless, I just always feel like Hop Butcher is going to have more substantial body. That's not really the case here. You can definitely tell it's a lighter beer. The mouthfeel, however, is fucking spectacular. Yeah, the mouthfeel, it's soft, it's smooth, it's creamy. Has a decent carbonation, but slightly undercarb. So mouthfeel is great. Like, again, the body's appropriate for what you're looking for, but it's a bit lighter than I anticipate. So it's kind of throwing me for a loop a little bit just because it's Hop Butcher. The taste, it's not as sweet as the nose would indicate with those fruits. There's citrus here, though. It's juicy citrus. It's juicy citrus with a little bit of zestiness. So it's like a sweet orange juice, a sweet tangerine juice with like a zesty like grapefruit rind or like a orange peel. maybe like a sweet orange peel, something in that realm, a little bit sweeter and juicy, but not crazy like candied. But yeah, orange, tangerine, grapefruit. Hits me right in front of the palate, passes through. So a little bit of, I said pineapple, this is more like kiwi. Get a little bit of passion fruit, a little bit of like honeydew melon, kind of different fruits that I don't say a lot. Like a lot of times I'll just default to like peach and apricot and mango. I'm not getting that as much. That's the first half of the palate. Second half though, it transitions into this dank, more, let's just throw dank to the side. More of like an herbal, an herbaceousness. And it's almost like a basil or a thyme. It doesn't quite get to that garlic onion kind of level, but it's kind of in that realm, right? It's more herbaceous. There's a little bit of like a woodsy, piney type of thing happening as well with the hops. The finish is slightly to semi-dry. There's a mild to moderate bitterness too, so this isn't overly sweet to begin with, but it's a pretty good balance. This never leans too far in any way. It doesn't get too sweet on the palate, doesn't get too bittering, doesn't get too dry. Pretty good balance from everything. 6%, you can't taste it. Yeah, I just want to drink the shit out of this. Like, it's 6%. This would be a great fridge beer. What I mean by that is if I lived in the Chicago area and this came out, definitely have a 4-pack or 2 in the fridge. If I wanted something to session, if I wanted a couple beers that day that are lower ABV, this would be something that hits the nail on the head, much like their Rewalkamania series, which I feel like, as far as series go, Rewalkamania from them is one of my favorite. I think they just have done a great job with all those beers. This, though, isn't far behind. I like Giardiniera is delicious. This is right behind it. And then you even have the Extra Giardiniera, which I like regular Giardiniera more, but for a triple, still really fucking good beer, Extra Giardiniera. Not much more to say about. I'm going to give a rating here. I don't remember what I gave specifically Giardiniera and Extra Giardiniera. Want to say I gave Giardiniera like a 4 to a 4.5, and I think I gave Extra Giardiniera more like a 4.2, 4.25. It's going to be right between them because I don't like this as much as regular Giardiniera, but I like this better than Extra Giardiniera. So I'm going to give a decent rating on this one. So Mild Giardiniera from Hop Butcher. I have no problems giving this beer a, we're going to go high 4.25. We'll go 4.35. I hope that's in between. I should have looked at the other reviews just to see, but I think that's pretty much where I land with this one. Tasting notes. Fresh citrus. I said everything but fresh citrus. I said juicy. I said sweet. I said zesty. But I did say citrus. So yeah. Sweet tropical. I probably did say sweet tropical. And yeah, I would agree. More tropical than stone fruits for me. Again, I was getting like honeydew, kiwi, a little bit of that passion fruit. Definitely. But it wasn't maybe as sweet in the taste as it was in the nose. I think the more sweet tropicals hit me in the nose. And then pleasant pine. I can see that. I would say more of like just herbaceous, or I don't know what they wouldn't, I don't think they put pleasant herbaceousness, but I think like herbal or herbaceous should be in here instead of pine. But yeah, I mean, they're fine tasting notes. I didn't nail them all. Don't expect to. I don't look at them anymore. I did like, years ago, I would look at them. I haven't done that in at least a year at this point, I think. I don't look at the tasting notes anymore. I felt like they influenced me a little bit when I'd be drinking. Like, oh yeah, no, I get. So it's better to look at the end, not remembering because you didn't look at it. Like, you could look at them at the beginning and you start, okay, yeah. Now at the end though, when you don't know what you're talking about, you start seeing, you're like, okay, I can see where they're coming from. I still, like pleasant pine, I did say woodsy and a little bit pine, but I wouldn't put that as a taste note, more herbaceous for me. So price and availability. I think these are $12.99, like $13 a 4-pack in the Chicagoland area, all day, every day. If this hit distro, you're probably talking $16 to $18. A bit pricey, but for something of this quality, I'd probably pay it. And availability, it's Hop Butcher. You can get your hands on it if you really want. A bunch of different US websites carry their stuff. If you're over in the UK, there's European websites that carry their stuff. A lot of places don't get distro of their stuff, but you will see it occasionally if you're in a bigger city in the Northeast, Midwest, places like that. So not much more to say about it. Huge thanks to Hop Butcher for this beer. If you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. Like I said, no more Hop Butcher for the foreseeable future. Once they send me another package, if they do, I will review whatever they send my way. Or if we get a small drop, we've been getting drops every like 6 weeks from them. So we're due for one probably in another week or two. If that happens, then I will pick up whatever shows up here if I've never had it before and give it a review. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here in the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers. Oh yeah, if you've had all three of them, Giardiniera, Mild Giardiniera, and Extra Giardiniera, let me know which you preferred of the three. What order would you rank them in? It would be for me, Giardiniera, Mild Giardiniera, Extra Giardiniera, in that order. Cheers.